Hi, this is Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Saturday. This is Game Day Live, coming to you live from American Whiskey, 51 Edison Place, across the street from Prudential Center, next to Championship Plaza, as the Devils take on the Philadelphia Flyers, streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, X Live, and Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network. As Shorts Guy is just having an ADD moment.
No, I'm listening to Brielle, my niece. My nieces
okay.
are here, so I'm trying to figure this out. They showed up right as we went live, Vinny.
Yeah.
So I'm all kinds of confused. And
Yeah, we went to a one-shot to a two-shot. Vinny.
To me, dropping stuff.
Yeah, these little girls signed up to joinourcrew.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, joinourcrew.com.
This little one seems tired.
Yeah.
Very tired.
Very tired. We're going to get him on air very shortly. But, Vinny, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing good. You know, any chance to see Uncle Shorts Guy? I mean, who is anyone to not get excited for that?
Exactly.
Especially a couple of little girls.
Yeah. So, big rivalry game today. And it's the Philadelphia Flyers who have been hot as of late, Vinny. You normally do the research on this podcast.
Yes, thankfully someone does.
Should we be afraid, even though the Devils are on a 5-4 point
game
streak?
with points? Yeah, just no wins, or not as many wins, but points.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm one of the people that believe you should be afraid of every team in the NHL, because I think any team in the NHL can beat any team in the NHL on any given day. But the Philadelphia Flyers are 22nd in the NHL. They are 4-4-2 in their last 10 games, which is better than the Devils, who are 3-4-3 in their last 10 games. But that includes a 4-game losing streak that was 4 games ago. It ended. So they've been better lately. Collecting points is really all that matters at the end of the day when it comes to this portion of the season. January hasn't been great. Right? Like, you know, in October, November, December, I think the Devils were firmly a top 4 team in the NHL. Now they're down to 7th in the NHL in points. But, I mean, that's still, for a young team, people forget how young they actually are, especially in their core. You know, there's going to be ups and downs. January's been mostly a down. But there's never a better way to get back on track than a win against the Philadelphia Flyers at a matinee game at Prudential Center.
Yeah, matinee game. The first half of another back-to-back, and it's 24 and a half hours in between today's puck drop and tomorrow's puck drop. So another half of, first half of a back-to-back. So that means we're going to see both goaltenders this weekend. I'm assuming, and I know Max should be able to tell us if it's going to be Markstrom in net. I'm assuming it's Markstrom today, unless they put him in net tomorrow. I don't know. But, we're going to see both goaltenders over the course of these 2 days. But you should be able to get, up for this game because this is
It's a guaranteed win right now because Tom of the YouTube Live has bought a Bro-Rito. Bro-Rito. Which has massive.
We got to start getting paid for that.
Yeah, I know. Offensive.
Explosion.
Yes, I was trying to think of
offensive explosion.
Yes.
And
you want instant offense? Get the Bro-Rito near Section 1.
Yes.
Between Section 1 and Section 5. And, you will see scoring, as what Tom has given to me through text message. Tom, you should, tag us on Twitter at Let's Get On Pod or something like that.
Yeah, come on, Tom.
Yeah.
Do something like that, please.
Yeah.
I'm with you, though. And I heard an NHL player say last week, we conditioned to be able to play 2 hockey games in a row. And thinking the second half of a back-to-back is an excuse that's wildly overused. And that kind of made me think, this is an NHL player saying that it's an overused excuse that a back-to-back is a bad way to look at losing a second game in a back-to-back. Because like they said, they do train to put their bodies through 2 hockey games in a span of 48 hours. And that made me think, that's actually a really good point. Every team in the league deals with back-to-backs. The Devils aren't the only ones. It would be nice to take advantage of that first game, especially where you are at your freshest, But, I do understand how the human body works. It does get tired. It does get fatigued. But, it's becoming a little too much of an excuse in my brain.
Yeah.
You make a good point there, Vinny, but I think it's more than just the back-to-back. It's also probably the style of play of each team. If you're going to be a fun and gun team and you're going to be running on all cylinders and you don't have depth, the second half of a back-to-back is going to be tough in the second and third period. I think in years past with the Devils, where they what went wrong in these second half of the back-to-backs usually was in the second period, because you're on the far, doing the line changes. You're
That's
on the
long
far
change, yeah.
That's the long change, and I think that's where they really got burnt. I'm not sure if that's because of fatigue, but I just noticed that they in years past that was always the Achilles heel, and then they always had to play catch up. And anytime you have to play catch up, you expend a tremendous amount of energy to just try to get that goal, and maybe that's where we get that optical illusion that, oh, they're tired on the second half of a back-to-back.
Well, and then if you think about it too, kind of going with a similar thought process, they're on the long change for the overtime as well, which we haven't done all that great into recently.
And I'm all about Luke Hughes, one of my favorite players in the league. He's so fast. He's dynamic, great hands. He's young, and it's only going to get better. How egregious was that change that he made when William Nylander scored in overtime a couple nights ago? I mean, that was tough.
Yeah, it was definitely tough. It's just what's frustrating about the last game is the Devils had the lead three times.
Yeah.
3 times. And each time they gave it up.
3 more points. That's all I think.
Yeah. Yeah. So, that's do I hear a phone ringing
Yes,
somewhere?
you just did hear a phone ring.
Whose phone is ringing that loud? I mean, this place is loud.
I didn't know anyone actually put their ringers on anymore. I don't.
I don't know.
My phone's been on silent for 7 years.
Turn off your phone! Anyway, sorry.
That sounds like an old school phone like style too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe someone has a bag phone in their pocket.
I don't know. I don't know. The beers are flowing here at American Whiskey.
Oh, they are.
Yes, they are flowing. And just a reminder, go to joinourcrew.com. Hey, Dave Singer says, pick up Sam, I am calling you. He's calling me on the bat phone. Maybe that was my bat phone.
Could have been.
Remember the bat phone? Anyway.
Dave Singer's calling. It's a good Saturday. It's a good beer for breakfast Saturday here at American Whiskey, Sam.
Yeah.
Going back to the old beer for breakfast days, the actual breakfast here is very good too.
Yeah, I didn't really hit the French toast.
No, you were not in a French toast mood today.
I just was not. I'm actually trying to cut out carbs out of my diet. I'm trying to eat a little healthier. So I had the over easy eggs and bacon and
yes,
that chicken soup that they made.
Vinny, you would have had the French toast sticks.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, you got to remember when I'm there, I'm on vacation.
That is true.
Yeah.
So
That
I'm
is
not
true.
thinking about that when I'm in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
the
eating
next time-
Taylor ham and French toast and the hot dogs you're going to introduce me to.
And
like,
I was
yeah.
just going to say the next
I'm
time
on
you're here,
vacation.
we're going on a food tour.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if we should talk about this on air. I know it's Devils Flyers about the arrangements outside. Do you think we should talk just a little bit about
Out in the street?
Yeah.
Now we'll hold on to that because we don't know all the
we
details.
got to get the
We'll-
facts.
We'll wait on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was some news that we were not too thrilled with, but we're still kind of gathering all the facts on
Yeah.
it. So we'll do that on another time.
Yeah. As new information is forthcoming.
Yes.
Um,
But there is unfortunately a lot of orange here. Geographically, it's close to Philly. So, we're always going to get this, these orange people like the red or like the blue people that come into these games.
yeah, but they're inbred.
Wow. The
Anyway,
wheels-
did I say that?
Yes,
Sorry.
you did say it
Yeah.
out loud.
They
I
kiss their sisters. Did I say that? The wheels on their house go round and round. Did I say that?
Yes, you
Oh,
did.
okay.
Turnpike South, baby.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the one thing. Vinny, I don't know what you guys get out there in Chicago for the Blackhawks games. I don't know if it's like a destination city for people to come to, but are there ever, like, for the Red Wings, for example, or the Blues, are there a lot of visiting fans that come in? Or
I would say there's a fair amount of visiting fans in almost every game.
Okay.
But they never outweigh the Blackhawks fans. I've never been to a game at the United Center where they are outdrawn by their opponent. I would say in a city like Chicago where it's just so big and there's so many people that it just doesn't happen. The most I noticed when the Oilers were in town a couple weeks ago, it wasn't even a couple weeks ago, like a week ago, there was a lot of Edmonton Oilers fans. But I believe right now the Edmonton Oilers are one of those teams that, like, they have random Gen Z fans all over the world because of how sweet Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl highlights are online. You know, it's like in the NFL, there are kids all over the country that wear Patrick Mahomes jerseys because he's so sick and their favorite team stinks. And why would they wear their favorite team when you could wear Patrick Mahomes' awesome jersey? Like, it's similar with McDavid and Draisaitl, I think, with some locals actually rocking the road team's jersey.
It's like the Messi effect. That's
exactly.
probably the best example of it.
Yep.
But then again, all those fans with Oiler jerseys because of McDavid are probably going to have to get a new one if they can't win a cup.
Yeah, I mean, they better win their cup this year because he's not making any less than $15 million on his next contract, which means about $30 million are going into two players against the cap.
And no
if they don't win the
goaltender.
cup.
And no goaltender.
Yeah,
but
exactly. They
we're
better
not
win
playing
it this year.
We're not playing the Oilers, but we are playing another team that has orange in the jersey and the Flyers.
Yeah.
I think the Devils really have to win today. This is definitely one of those must-wins. It's a Metro point. It's 2 Metro points.
Yeah.
So these points are wildly important today, and especially with the slide we've been going through, we got to start gathering points. Otherwise, that playoff hunt's going to be tight, and we don't want to drop too much.
No, you don't. And I talked earlier about any given team, any given day. I do believe that, but the Flyers, I think they're massive overachievers because I look at that roster.
Well, they were last year too.
And they were even more last year because they were in a playoff spot till the final week of the season.
Yeah.
But, you know, they're 20-20-6, 46 standing points, 22nd in the NHL. I look at the roster, I'm like, how are they even that good? Like, that record's not even that good. It's kind of a testament in a way to John Tortorella. I know a lot of people around the New Jersey Devils neck of the woods aren't in love with Tortorella.
I love him.
He's coached 3 division rivals, and none of them are the Devils. So there's not, like, the true love for it. But, like, you love him for the same reason that everyone should love him. He gets the most out of, you know, lackluster rosters. Like, was Columbus better than Tampa Bay when they swept them a couple years ago when Tampa had that all-time great season? No. But, you know, Tortorella's teams overachieve at times, and that's why you got to take them seriously today. And they have this Matvei Michkov, who is just absolutely incredible. That's someone that the Devils have to hone in on and try to shut down. So, you know, and then play hard in the offensive zone. That's going to be the most difficult thing because Tortorella teams, they come to play.
Yeah, and it's just we've got to score today. You know, we've got to play good defense, but we got to score as well, which we should be able to do today against the Flyers. I'm going to bring this up. The play of the captain in recent games, I don't know, let's say the last 5 games, has been incredible.
Elite.
And he was attempting to will them to a victory in the last game, and we came up short. His play recently has been phenomenal, and that's something I'm hoping he continues today. But, boy, is he serving as an example for the rest of the players on this team. He is physically doing what he needs to do to lead this team.
Well, especially like against the Florida Panthers.
Yes.
When Tkachuk levied that hit, and then, you know, I mean, Siegenthaler got there first, but Nico didn't just stand there, and just look at the action. Oh, guys, protect me. No. It was bam, 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 bam.
Yep.
In his face. Against one of the premier pests of the league.
Yeah.
So.
No Lady Bing for Captain Nico this year.
Yeah, so.
No, that's out.
But the Devils didn't get bullied around, right? Toronto, I think the last 5 minutes of the game was really telling. The Devils really were just struggling to hang on after pretty much having, you know, I wouldn't say they were in full control, but they were just, you know, they were playing a pretty good game up until that point.
Yeah.
Once they got the extra point, and You know, it's just one of those things where they hit the post, it went the other way, you know. And the other thing too is that line change.
It was poor.
You can't have it. You can't have that.
It was poor.
Luke Hughes has to be better.
Yeah.
In that spot.
And you know, I'm gonna say this. When I'm watching that at home, we hit that post. Luke hit the post, and my mind immediately went to they're gonna have one opportunity and it's gonna go in.
Yeah.
And they had one opportunity.
Yeah.
It's just,
and we've seen in the Devils' favor, like having high-end players, you don't need as many chances.
Yeah.
Toronto has those high-end players too. William Nylander's incredible. Austin Matthews, I mean, my God, that shot that tied it. I was like, that's a top 3 release ever to exist in the NHL from Austin Matthews. But you talked about Hischier. Players Hischier has more goals than Kucherov, McDavid, Pasternak, Panarin, Tage Thompson, Jack Hughes, Nathan McKinnon. I mean, that is just an incredible group of players to be in the same company as.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
It's really cool to see from him. And then Jack Hughes is top 6 in scoring. You know, that's incredible too. Did I say top 6?
Top 10. Top 10. I think he's ninth in scoring.
He's tied for 8th. So I mean,
there you go.
It's really, really good from him too.
And you want to know what? And I've said this before. I'll say it again. It all goes back to that draft year for Nico, when it was him and Nolan Patrick, and the Devils got it right. The Devils got it right, picking Nico Hischier over the flashier, you know, more offensively productive player that was Nolan Patrick. And the failures took him, and he's no longer in the league. I mean, unfortunately, injuries did him in.
I'll tell you what.
But I think the Devils have drafted well.
That draft, the 2017 draft, was kind of like billed as a weak draft, but the top 5, if you take out Nolan Patrick, which unfortunate reasons.
It's because of injury,
It's not because he sucked, okay?
No, he was a phenomenal player in the junior level.
But, I mean, Cal McCarr, whatnot. But, hey, you know what we should do? We should do a little fan engagement. Because we got the third mic.
We got the third mic. Who should we bring on?
Should we bring anybody on?
I don't know. Do you want to bring Hans on?
You want to bring Hans on?
We can bring Hans on.
Yeah. Hansi.
We're going to have you on, Hans.
You want to go on live podcast? Yeah. All right, put it on. Let's do a little tech check here. So what brings you to our podcast? Did you go to joinourcrew.com?
What's that?
Did you go to joinourcrew.com?
I did. Yesterday.
Nice.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't. I didn't even know
move
about
that a little bit.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Sean's back home.
Nice.
Overseas, part of our military.
Oh.
And
active military.
Active.
We should have him on.
You could have him on next.
Yes.
Reserves,
we love our military.
So he's home, and he said we're going to a Devils game. He's been gone for 11 months. And he called me up. He was like, hey, we got tickets. Let's go. So
nice.
Here with for that. See what's going on.
Hey, I met Scalper Pete.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Took a picture with him. He's 65.
You took a picture? He's still around. He looks exactly the same.
Yeah, I know. You're 65. You look exactly the same 25 years ago.
He said the same. He's like, you lost weight. I'm like, thanks. Scalper Pete. He was a good one. He was a boxer, right?
Yeah, or something like that. I don't know what he does. I still have his business card.
Besides scalping.
Vinny, have you ever met Hans in person or no?
I don't believe I have. Very nice to meet you.
Hey, Vinny, how are you?
You're going to have to meet him in person next time you're here in Jersey.
Absolutely, absolutely.
100%.
Yeah.
Good stuff. So you guys, this is a huge game today. You guys ready?
It's a good. There's a lot of them here, and it's 2 big metro points.
Yes.
And that's the key thing. It's 2 big metro points we got to get.
So the Carolinas point behind. So
I know, but Carolina has not been playing well, if I'm not mistaken.
They haven't. Big win over Vegas last night, but before that it was like they've lost 12 out of 20 or something like that.
I know why. I know why. Because
they're ripping into you?
No, besides them ripping into me. I think the league started to notice all the fake injuries that Nate just has been doing. And now they're not getting the calls. My conspiracy theories. Yeah.
From
conspiracy theory, Sam.
One thing I do want to point out again against from the Toronto game, too, that I hope the Devils bring into tonight, the power play seems to be waking up again. You know, our power play
Timo Meier being the net front.
I know.
That was interesting.
And that's kind of like a role I like seeing Timo in. He's that big player that
want
you
that big guy in
want
front of
to
that,
pest,
exactly.
be a pest to the goaltender.
Right.
And that's good. But, our power play has been meh for the last, I don't know how many months or weeks. It's good to see it waking up again.
Yeah.
Waking up with Wimpy.
That's right.
Yeah.
Haven't seen that guy in a bajillion years.
He shows up here occasionally.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if he's here today. He's probably in the chat at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, Wimpy's been here recently, so yeah, we've
Nice.
seen him.
Oh, that's excellent.
I know. It's like everyone's coming
Old
back.
school. Googly Moogly? Everybody.
Ah.
I didn't recognize Wimpy before.
No?
Yeah. I think he got new teeth.
Oh, well, hey.
Jack-o'-lantern?
As long as Salty Bob doesn't show
Right?
up.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, Salty Bob.
Guys.
Can I have a beer?
How's it going, guys?
Sorry, Vin. It's all
Yeah.
inside stuff from the Meadowlands.
Hey,
days.
Meadowlands
Gargamel.
Park.
I love
You
it.
want
Oh.
a beer?
You were like 5 years old when this was all going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally, but I love hearing it. It's hilarious.
Hey, at least you got to experience the Meadowlands, the fun at the Meadowlands last year for the outdoor game, which
Oh,
it's
yeah.
almost a year ago now
wow.
at this point
Yeah.
that we
Oh,
played
my
the
God.
Flyers in the outdoor game
Yeah.
Getting
where
close
Beer
to a
Baron
year.
took off his tarp and it was freezing.
Oh, my gosh. It was so cold.
I know.
I
Chico
gotta be honest with
Ransom,
you, I left
what
after the
is
second
wrong
period.
with that?
Oh, yeah.
And the Devils tied the Giants for wins.
Victories at Giant Stadium.
Yeah,
That
right.
like stayed
That's how bad the Giants are this year.
And the Jets, I think, too, only had one win at home this year.
Something like that.
I don't know. That's a good question. No one cares about the Jets except Billy Dean.
Really?
Yeah,
Jets and the Rangers?
yeah. Jets, Rangers.
That's
he's,
nasty combo.
I know.
Yankees. Is he a Yankee
he's
fan?
a Yankee fan.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know how we're friends with that
I
guy.
I don't know
What's
either.
going on?
I don't know why we're friends with him.
I have to
I
have
don't
a
know.
conversation with Steven about that one.
Yeah.
Interesting decisions.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Should we start going for predictions or what? What do you
Yeah,
want to do?
start putting your predictions for this
Predictions
game.
into the chat.
The YouTube live. Yeah, so let's see here. I'm getting text messages from random people today.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
People know we're here. This is a good thing.
While we
Hanging out.
wait for predictions to load, should the Devils trade for JT Miller like the rumors are suggesting?
Absolutely not.
I don't know if I like his attitude.
No.
Absolutely not. No way.
He doesn't fit his no a-hole, the Fitzgerald no a-hole policy.
Yeah, there you go, right?
Great
Learn to
point.
get along. There's a lot of these rumors going around, and that one apparently has been going on for a while.
Yeah.
Uh,
Unless it's a situational thing and Fitzgerald has some other inside information that we're not privy
Right.
to, like that he's just in a bad situation, and sometimes when you're in a bad situation, you get irritable.
If
and
it's like flipping a 6th-round pick for him, okay.
right.
All right. I might consider it. But, no, you know what? I think the Devils, what they really need right now is that third-line center.
Yeah.
yeah,
They really
thank
need.
you.
I mean, Holla, he's not around right now.
Right.
And-
How long is he going to be out for? What's the 4 to 6?
do you know, Vin, how long Hall is out?
Something like 4 to 6 was what I initially heard. It sounds like it might be a little less now, but it's one of those things. Like, I just feel like one random day, they're going to take him off IR after it's been a week, and they'll play.
Unfortunately, for a lot of injured players, with Ovechkin coming back from a broken leg in like 6 weeks,
Yeah,
like
it's pressure.
everyone is now under the gun. Like Ovechkin broke his leg and was back skating in 6 weeks. I think it's like, oh, your ankle hurts. You should be back tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah, and
He said
he's 38.
dangerous. Yeah, he said a
Right.
dangerous
38 years
precedent.
old. He's the oldest player in the NHL, and he comes back and he's got 4 goals in 8 games at that age after missing, 6 weeks because of a broken leg.
A broken leg.
That's a precedent. It sets a precedent. For
That's insane.
Yeah, scary precedent.
At that
It actually goes against. I don't know.
You're
I never trust those Russians.
We know you don't
I
like
know.
the Russians.
No, that's not true. I don't like them. I just don't trust them.
You don't trust them.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is that
No,
Greg. What about
Kovalchuk.
Greg?
Malakoff, going skiing when he shouldn't have been.
Interesting.
Was Nikita Gusev the final straw, Sam?
The goose.
No, I mean, there are good
God,
Russians like
the
Sergei
goose.
Brilin. Sergei Brilin?
Sergey Brilin.
Yeah, but
is in
he became Americanized, so that doesn't
Yeah.
really count.
I mean,
Right.
Fetisov.
Konstantinov.
Konstantinov, yeah.
And that the goalie prospect that we have, he's Russian, I believe.
Larionov, did he sign an autograph for you?
He autographed a puck for me, a red puck. It was a giveaway. It was puck night at one of the games. It was a red puck, and I went. Me and Sammy used to joke all the time. We call him the professor, right? Because he'd come out, he had his little glasses on. I'm like, hey, you mind signing this? No problem. He signed it. Have that at home. Professor.
Nice.
I love that guy. Sick hands, right? Always
Yeah.
conditioned
Oh, yeah.
so well. Really good stuff.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you know, I'm sticking to it.
I know. You're gonna stick to it. You and your conspiracy theories.
Yeah. I'm all about conspiracy theories. No facts, but conspiracy.
Yes.
And
What do
the
we-
two greatest Russian players of all time, or two of the greatest Russian players of all time, played for two teams that Sam just doesn't like, Pittsburgh and Washington.
Who's the one
Malkin
in Pittsburgh?
and Malkin.
Malkin?
Malkin is one of the greatest Russians of all
Malkin.
time.
Duh! That's what we used to do. We used to go behind the Pittsburgh bench. Anytime Malkin was like saying, "Duh! Malkin! Duh!"
probably like-
I have a video of me absolutely annoying of getting Malkin when he was
Oh, yeah.
a rookie.
You being annoying?
Yeah.
I would. Have you ever seen Sammy annoying?
Never seen this before.
Never.
Oh.
If Malkin heard it, he probably thought it was hilarious or just so dumb.
No,
Or
no.
both.
I actually have an old video of his face. Like, I was actually in the Marty gear when I was annoying him. Like, I was doing jumping jacks in the Marty gear behind the bench while Sydney was whining to the refs.
Very glad I brought up Malkin.
Yeah.
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 All right, Vinny. What do we got in the chat as far as predictions?
Yeah.
Predictions. Let me pull them up real quick. I mean, we've been getting some good numbers on
Don't
the
you have your own
predictions
phone,
lately.
Shorts?
Yeah, well, yours is out and closer.
All right.
Wow, Morgan says that I look short compared to Hans.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah, well that's yeah.
Hans is
Yeah.
7'5".
Yeah, pretty much.
He's Matt Rempe's height. Let's see. Joseph says 5-1 Devils. John says 4-2 Devils. Someone says tall guy, haha. Select says 4-3 Devils. Jay Snow says 3-2 loss in overtime. That's a big boo on my part. Brooke says 3-1 Devils. Morgan 6-2 Devils. AJ Visco 6-3 Devils. Repeat a year after Stadium Series. Ooh, I like that.
Ooh,
Whoa!
I do. Oh, new father, AJ Visco.
Yes.
Yeah.
Returning a law.
I love that. So, what do you guys think for predictions today?
Oh wait, hold on. There's one more. Max says 7-2. Dave Singer says 6-2. Yeah, I know. There's like quite a few here. Yeah. So Dave Singer 6-2. Max 7-2. Hans. Prediction
Me first.
Yeah, go ahead. You're the guest.
Saturday afternoon.
Yep.
Philly, Jersey. Philly is 500. They're 20-20.
Yeah, they're
right?
20-20. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it'll be good. I think the first period will be maybe 1-1, and then the Devils just take over. I'm going 5-2 final.
5-2.
5-2.
Wow.
All right.
Love that.
I'm thinking the Devils can really kind of pull it off, and they can, get back in their winning ways. I don't know if anyone has said it in the chat because we've been hanging out and having a good time here. If who's starting tonight, I'm going to assume Markstrom, but I don't know because Markstrom's really good in these rivalry games. Either way,
you got to start Marcus tonight.
that means Jake Allen tomorrow against the Senators.
Fine.
There's no V in Senators, in case you're wondering. So I think the Devils are going to be able to win today with, I think AJ said it. I think it was AJ was saying a score from the matching the score from the outdoor game, 6-3. So I'm going to go with that, 6-3. Yeah, I'm going to go with AJ Visco, 6-3.
All right.
Did Vinny
Sam?
give a score?
Vinny is not giving
Not
a score.
yet.
Oh, you're the last?
You want me to go last, or do you want me to go now?
I'm always last.
All right, I'll go now. I think the Devils win this game 3-1.
Okay.
Gotta get a 3-1 victory. We'll see. I think we'll see some of the big guys on the Devils do something, play defense, be hard on the forecheck because that's what you have to do against the John Tortorella coach team. and squeak out a 3-1 victory at home over your second biggest rival.
All right. I got to think about this one. I think you guys have underestimated New Jersey Devils.
Now, mind you, before you give your prediction, this is the matchup where Max predicted 7-0 and got it right. So there's a lot on the line here.
14-3 victory over the Philadelphia Flyers, the New Jersey Devils.
That's the Sammy we know.
The Eagles suck too. E-A-G-L-E-S. Suck.
Yeah.
So that's what I say.
Go Birds!
Oh, get out of here, you bird.
Boo!
Boo! Good, thank
Die, Eagles, die! Shoot the bird!
I
love-
must go to a
Didn't they
Giants-Eagles
eat an
game.
eagle on Shameless?
you. I love how
Thanksgiving dinner?
Sam goes from docile to just
Don't
a
they
menace.
eat horse shit after they
Oh, you just
whoa,
Grant
whoa.
Marshalled the podcast.
All right. Explicit.
Oh, that's
Little
the
kids
aggravation
at
from
home.
work coming out, isn't it?
Bryce Harper sucks.
The Phillies. At least we got to see the Phillies lose to the Mets.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're winning
that's
on the
right.
Yeah.
We were there.
All right.
We were there.
With the
All right.
Hamburglar.
You're going outside?
Forgot about that.
With the Hamburglar.
You're winning. You're
Well,
winning on the baseball and football side.
I mean, there are 2 minutes.
No, not football. Baseball and hockey side of things.
No. The Eagles only have 1 Super Bowl. The Giants have 4. The Eagles have as many Super Bowls as the Jets. That's how bad the Eagles are. You know, I don't know how Nick Foles was able to do his Philly special, but he was able to do it.
Hey, I stand in solidarity with you guys cheering against the Eagles this weekend. I had to root for them last week.
I know you did. I know.
You can't root for Green Bay, but I stand in solidarity with you guys now.
The only good thing the Eagles do is its drink specials down at Mud Hen down in Shore.
Oh, yeah?
That's it. It's $3 beers. I'll take $3
$3
beers.
beers. That's-
I will say thank you to Joshua Harris and the 76ers for not bulldozing Chinatown in Philadelphia to make way for their crappy arena.
Monstrosity.
Yeah. So
They're getting a sick new building.
Yeah, across the parking lot.
yeah.
We should.
2030, I think.
2031.
Yeah, it's 2031, yeah.
2031, yeah.
We should go live when they implode the old FU Center.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. There's a new building. Wow.
Yeah.
New building.
I went
Yeah,
to WrestleMania in
76ers.
that building there.
Yeah, I usually
Wells
go
Fargo.
unhinged when the Flyers
Yeah.
are in town. Remember that fight that we got into years ago with that one Flyer fan?
It was interesting.
The girl that spit at me?
She did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, let's not talk about that.
New building for a bunch of a-holes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great.
All right. I think we should.
Yeah,
probably
before
wrap
we
it
get in
up.
trouble, we should
Yeah.
probably cut this because we're going to start getting into
Yeah.
it.
We're walking a fine line here. Not gonna
Sam's
lie.
already unhinged after, whenever they play Philly. That's just how it goes.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you'll be
Even
thanking
more than
me.
New York.
You'll be
Even
thanking
more
me
than
for
New
that
York.
14-3 victory tonight.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it'll be fun after dark when it's 14-3.
Yeah.
Hey, you never know. Everyone might want to go to joinourcrew.com or set some alerts because there could be a walkout today. You never know.
There could be.
Could you imagine a 14-3 walkout?
You know what? If that happens, it's streaking time at that point.
Sam is streaking.
Sam is streaking through the
Yep.
parking lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, watch it be 13-3. I'd be like, oh, thank God.
Or it's
I would-
14-3 and they call the goal back. Up, goalie interference. Nope, goal doesn't count.
goal doesn't
13-3.
I'd be like, that's the best fixed job ever. Anyway. All righty. Well, thank all those tuning in. Dropping the podcast in about 20 minutes, wherever you get our podcast. Devils Flyers tonight or today, and then we'll have Devils After Dark after the game here at American Whiskey. Till next time, let's go Devils.